Hey you guys, it's Yesenia from writermom.net. Today I want to share something kind of cool with you. So if you like planning and schedules and stuff like that, you're probably going to geek out with me a little bit over this. But today I thought I'd share one of the most helpful tools that I use as an indie author now that I'm publishing several books a year, and that is my publishing schedule. So my publishing or release schedule is what helps keep me on track now that I'm releasing more than a couple books a year. And it's one of the main reasons I can actually stay prolific and keep releasing on schedule and publish more than I ever have before. Whether you've been in the indie publishing game for just a little while or if you've been at this for a while, you've probably heard or you now know that being consistent is one of the most important ingredients towards finding success as an indie author. And this publishing schedule is what really helps me stay consistent, publish consistently, and release consistently so that I'm constantly growing my backlist, finding new readers, and increasing how much money I make off of my books. So it doesn't really matter whether you're releasing once a month or once every 6 months. Keeping a schedule like this will help you stay on track and stay consistent. In the past, what I used to do, I was only able to release 2 books a year, and part of that was that I didn't really stay organized with any kind of schedule like this. I kind of just went at my own pace and things got done when they got done, and I would just kind of try my best to just get the book out there, but it always took way too long. You know, in the beginning, with your first book or two, it's understandable that those are going to take you a while to write and figure out, and you're learning a lot of things for the first time. But after that, for many years, I was still only releasing 2 books a year, and while I had a job and had kids and other things, I probably could have released a little bit more if I really tried and kept a schedule like this with deadlines to keep me on track. So again, no matter how many books you're releasing each year, something like this will help you grow your backlist consistently and even get a little bit faster so that you're a little bit more prolific. The truth is that I think a lot of us could be a little bit more prolific if we just set deadlines like these for ourselves. If we just used a spreadsheet like this to kind of keep us on track and know what step we're working on now, what step is next, and when everything is due if we want to release by a certain date. So becoming a little bit more organized like this and learning how to streamline my processes and staying organized with deadlines is what actually helped me go from releasing 2 books a year to 4 in 2018. And this year I'm on track to release 6 or 7 books, and it's thanks to using this publishing schedule, which if you're interested in obtaining a copy for yourself and filling that out and seeing how you can become a little bit more prolific, make sure you watch to the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing how you can download your own copy. So yeah, don't underestimate the power of a really good publishing schedule to help keep you on track and meeting your deadlines. That's really what's going to help you level up as an indie author and just get more books out there, which is the key to really seeing more success. The more books you have out there, the more readers are going to find you, the more readers have to read, and the more ROI you'll see on your ads and everything. So I can't emphasize enough the power of a backlist and making sure that you're staying consistent with how often you're publishing, whether that's every month or every 6 months, even once a year. This schedule will help you stay on track so that you're always on track and meeting those deadlines and growing as an indie author. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you my publishing schedule, show you what's in it, and show you what I mean by having a publishing schedule. Okay, so here is my publishing schedule, and I know it looks kind of messy right now, but we're going to go through this and I'm going to just explain the main gist to you, and I'm sure yours won't be as messy as mine is right now. I'm actually still about to figure out what I'm going to be writing next, and that's really going to affect the rest of my year, and a lot of things are going to fall into place once I've figured that out for sure. So that's why it's a little bit messy right now, but this is still really helpful, and you can download your own template, your fresh blank template for you to start and fill in your publishing date and everything and what you're going to write and publish this year. So you can find that at writermom.net/publishing-schedule. So you'll see that on the screen right now, and there will also be a link in the description of this video on YouTube. So just scroll down and you'll see it. And that's where you can download your free publishing schedule template. And like I was saying, this really helps keep me on track. and stay consistent so that I'm consistently growing my backlist as an author and making more money. So let me just go through this. And then again, the main thing is you don't have to copy this. So you can take that template that you don't download and you can decide, you can add things to it, you can take things away, you can change it to something else. That's really up to you. Just whatever you use, make sure it works well for you. And if something changes, that's okay. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, let me just kind of go through what this is all about. So I refer to this pretty often as I'm thinking about whatever I'm going to be releasing next, or I'm thinking about, okay, the book that I'm working on right now. This really just helps keep me focused and on track. So right here, the first column is the release date. And so that's when the book is going to hit Amazon or whatever other retailers you're using. Here's the title. The outline needs to be done by this date, so that's that column. The draft needs to be done by this date. The draft needs to be edited by this date. Here's my cover slot for you. If your designer's a little bit more flexible or you do it yourself, you can just change that to, the cover by this date. But I have my slots already for the year. And then so I know that like by that date I need to have talked to my cover designer and set her any information that she needs. Formatted by, so again I need to format my book in vellum by this date and send out the ARCs by this date and have the book on pre-order by this date. So you might not use a pre-order, so you might not have that column. You might have some extra columns here if you want to go ahead and put in some things like, oh, I need to do this promo by this date, or create these social media graphics by this date. I do that elsewhere. I just kind of keep the big things here. But if adding more things here and really getting granular and detailed feels right to you, feel free to just add more columns. I've definitely seen other authors do that. I like keeping it just kind of more simple and streamlined and kind of just see everything at a glance and not have every little detail here. I do that elsewhere. So again, the green, I use the green for like what's already done. So as you can see here, these dates have already passed. My next one right now is February 22nd, and that's for my book, The Boyfriend Dare. I've already outlined and drafted. I actually already finished edits too, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that to green. The cover's pretty much done. I'm just waiting on the paperback wrap, and then I need to format and have the ARC sent out and put up the pre-order. So like I can go ahead and highlight those three things because that's what I'm working on next now that I'm done with all these other things. So this kind of orangey color is what I use for like what I'm working on right now. Yellow, that I just use that for the cover slots. That's kind of important just because, this is somebody else working on this, so I just want to make sure I know those cover slots and that they stand out and I'm, have information to her by those dates. So as you can see, I have already outlined this book, which is the last book in the series. I'm working on the draft. I need to have it done by then. I need to have it edited by that date. So once this turns green, I'll turn this orange. And as that gets done, I'll turn these other things orange. White is like I'm not even thinking about that yet. So here, as you can see, this is orange because I need to think about, my next book, and I need to have that outline done by that date. Again, and these all dates need to happen so that by this date over here, the book is out. And I may have some big launch date when I'm notifying my list that's after this date, but this is when it really needs to be like published on Amazon and available for purchase. So that's what that is. So, and then the purple here, I mean, you don't have to use this, but I kind of use this to show the books that like I know will be going out this year, that I have to get to, and the white ones are just like I may or may not, or again, I still have some pieces falling into place, so that's why they're white, and I kind of just differentiated them. So again, next two books of the series, which I'm already working on or about to publish. I have a children's book I really want to do. I have 2 collaborations that I'm already said I would do, so that needs to happen. I have a box set, which again is just putting the books together. And then I have, a Christmas book I want to do, and this book that's basically just going to be relaunched. So those are just books that I'm like, okay, that's going to happen this year minimum. And then I have some other things, other slots here which are still a little bit more flexible, I may do something else instead. Now, these deadlines, you basically just need to do whatever works for you. You know, you need to figure out if it takes you 2 months to write a draft, don't set that deadline so it's a month out. Like, do something that's realistic. Give yourself a little bit of a buffer. That I highly recommend you give yourself a little bit of a buffer, because if you have kids or pets or loved ones, basically anybody in your life, things happen. Even you, I mean, you can get sick and be out for a week. So just give yourself, I recommend at least a few days of buffer time in case life happens, and you get a little bit behind. It won't be the end of the world. But even if, you know, life just really happens to you, you end up getting behind, just go in here and change these dates. There's no point in having this release schedule and you can't even look at it anymore because the dates are all wrong and you already missed deadlines, but this is what you wanted to do. Like, just go in here and adjust things and move things around as you need to. I've definitely done that at least once already, so there's no shame or worry in that. Just go in and keep this realistic. Like, I know for a fact this draft, it's actually probably going to get done on the 22nd, not the 12th, and which means I'm going to have to like adjust some of these other dates, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I have a little bit of buffer time built in, and if I have to push things back a little bit, like, it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. The pre-order is going to be just a short pre-order, so I'll be fine there. So again, just keep this realistic and do it so that it serves you, and just, you know, adjust as you need to. So again, this is how I set up my publishing schedule and how I'm staying on track to publish this many books this year. You know, all the purple ones are going to happen for sure. And then I may also have some extra things in here, or I may just decide, hey, this is going to be time off. So, you know, I have that flexibility. You can come in and make those changes if you want, if you're able to. So again, this is just to see where your business is going and see what books you're going to publish this year to keep your author business and sales growing. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, if you want to go download your own template and start making your own and filling in your own, I totally geek out on this, so I can totally relate if that's you too. Go to writermom.net/publishing-schedule and you will get your free template. Just tell me where to send it and I'll get that sent your way. So yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. This is how I set up my publishing schedule. So that's how I'm able to publish more than ever and more consistently than ever, and how I've become more prolific than ever as well. Don't forget to go download your own copy of this publishing schedule. You can tweak it, make it your own, fill it in, and you'll be amazed at how much more focused you are and how on track this will help you stay, just by filling in those dates, checking in every week or every few days, adjusting things as needed, and just knowing where you're going, knowing what deadline you're aiming for. So don't forget to go download your free template for your publishing schedule at writermom.net/publishing-schedule. The link will be below in the video description, and you can download that for free. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button, and I would also love it if you hit subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. If you want to find out everything that I'm up to around my videos, behind the scenes of my business, and the best tips that for authors that I find all around the internet, make sure you sign up for my Saturday morning newsletter at writermom.net, or just by downloading that free publishing schedule template. That will also automatically sign you up for my weekly Monday morning newsletter at writermom.net. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below, or if you have any ideas for things you'd like to see videos about, also let me know below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.